This is Blaine Bartlett. Today I want to talk to us about something that we're all familiar with, problems. And what I want to be able to do here is look at how do we use problems to move ourselves forward in our lives. Oftentimes, for many people, we find that we actually get stopped by problems. Or at least we have a great deal of difficulty and we rue the day that some of the problems in our lives show up. So the question is, a friend or foe? That's something to be worth. That's something that I think is worth exploring. So let's take a look at this. When we have a problem appear, it usually shows up pretty dramatically, and we go, "Oh, this is not something I want to be dealing with right now." And as a consequence of that, we have a kind of a temporal or a time-based orientation around this that oftentimes isn't real useful for us. For many people, we will think of problems in the context of things that we've done before, problems that we've had that are similar to what we are now experiencing, and we didn't like what happened then, so we're not real clear that we're even going to like what we're dealing with today. So there's a kind of a past orientation towards the current problem. Or, for many people also, we look at this problem and we think about it in the context of a future sense, and we start worrying about what may occur as a consequence of this problem either being solved poorly or not being solved at all. So the future doesn't really portend well also when we're looking at how we do this. So where I'm going to go with this is just inviting you to think about, in terms of time, really all I have is the present in which to experience the problem that I'm dealing with. And there's some magic in that, because this is really the only time that I can actually effectively work with a problem. Now, that being said, even though I'm fully experiencing a problem in the present, where I'm likely to go is to look to the past for some solution. And what I'm looking for here is my history. What I'm looking for are the experiences that I've had in my life that might lead me to some solution. So I've got this bag of history, I'll call it. And I've got this problem that I'm currently experiencing. And so I rummage through this bag. I kind of look through it. I'm holding out that there is a solution in here that I've had before, that I've used before to solve this problem. And lo and behold, I do find a solution. I find a solution to my current problem, and I hold it up to it, and I apply it, and lo and behold, the solution has been solved, or the solution has solved the problem, more precisely. Now, I want you to notice something here. There's been a loop that's been created. I go back in time, I pick a solution that's worked before, this solution gets applied to the current problem, and this loop is devised, and it's actually developed because what I'm introducing back into my current reality is a set of circumstances, some content that almost by definition is going to guarantee that I'm going to be dealing with the same class of problems at some point in the future. Now, here's another way of thinking about that. Every solution that I select to solve a current problem will actually cause a new problem at some point in my life. Every solution introduces into my current life a set of circumstances and content that will conspire to create another problem down the road. And if I'm continuously picking solutions that I have used before to solve a current problem, I am pretty much guaranteeing that I'm going to have the same types of problems continuously occurring in my life. Names and faces might change to protect the innocent, that sort of thing, but fundamentally, I'm not moving in the way that I'd like to be moving. What I'm going to suggest is that there's another way to approach this, and that other way has to do with the presence of something that most of us are familiar with, and we're looking here at having a compelling and attractive vision in our life. Something that we really want to have happen, something that we really want to hold on to and experience in our lives. Now, having that vision out there is really, really crucial. I'm still going to have problems. Problems aren't going to go away. But because I've got this vision, what I'm going to do, still look back to the past, I've got this bag of history. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for solutions this time that will not only solve the problem that I'm currently dealing with, but I'm going to find a solution that will have the potential, no guarantee, but will have the potential of moving me one step closer to that vision that I say I want. This is how we move forward in life. This is actually how we keep our ideals in motion. We're solving problems not to have them go away. We're solving problems so that they are used as stepping stones to this vision that we say that we want to have in life. Essentially what ends up occurring is we move away from seeing ourselves as problem solvers to seeing ourselves as problem creators, because we know that when we're introducing a solution, we're going to be creating a new problem. And so what we find ourselves doing when we're doing this well is eventually dealing with problems that we've never seen before, coming up with solutions that we have never thought of before. And this is how people grow. This is how organizations grow. The real question here that we're looking for is not so much can we disappear problems. Problems are always going to be here. But what we can do is change the way we see problems. They don't have to be such an onerous part of our lives. Actually, they can be creative opportunities, opportunities that we can use to create the future that we want to have in our lives. This has been Blaine Bartlett. You can see me more at blainebartlett.com or my company, avatarresources.com. Have a good day, and thank you for listening.